YOLO everybody, it's the man, the myth, the legend, Quad MFT here, and in today's video, I'll be bringing you guys a double MOAB on the map Hard Hat while I'm playing with two friends, but this was recorded in theater mode because I actually didn't get the live recording. Now, I know maybe a few guys may be saying like, oh, I've seen this gameplay before, and yes, I know I've done this video before. I haven't done this video, I've done this gameplay before, but I thought I would bring back this sort of retro gameplay. You know, I got this while Modern Warfare 3 was the main COD, and the reason why I decided to pull out this gameplay, it's one of my more favorite gameplays. It's one of my double MOABs. Now, that's not really the reason why. I mean, that has a reason to do with it. I do have actually lots and lots of double MOABs, but this gameplay, I was playing with my friend Katie, and I was playing with my friend Goblin, or I call him Luke, but most of you guys really know him as Green Goblin HD. Now, he's got about 150,000 subscribers, and yeah, that's pretty cool. You know, I like how people where I can have 16 to 17,000 subscribers, and still be friends with him when he's got 150,000. You know, we've been around ever since, like, or actually for a really long time, since he's had basically around like 50,000 subscribers, and since I had like under 1,000. He actually shouted me out when I had 1,000, but we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about some crazy would you rathers, because we all know on my MOAB Mondays, which is a series I do every single Monday, I'm sure you guys know because you're watching it right now, but that's what I like to do. I like to switch it up and do some crazy would you rathers. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be doing the first would you rather, and it says have Pokemon be real or have superheroes exist. I'm going to have to go with superheroes exist. But if superheroes existed, wouldn't that mean super villains would have to exist? I hope not, but I'd like to see a few different superheroes walk around. I think that'd be really cool. And the next thing says, if you had to, would you rather eat the would you rather Twitter bird or would you rather WWF panda? That doesn't make any sense. Never mind, we'll skip that one. Would you rather always know when people are lying or always get away with lying? Always get away with lying by far. Like, think about the crazy catastrophes you could cause. Now, I'm not looking to cause crazy catastrophes. I'm just saying, like, with great power comes great responsibility. I guess that'd really come in handy in that situation. I mean, you could do so many different things like that, honestly. Just if you what if you told the banker, like, I have $80 million, and everybody just believed you? Then you'd have $80 million. Like, I mean, that's way better than knowing when people are lying to you. But knowing when people are lying to you, that's good, but not nearly as good as being able to get away with every lie you tell. So the next thing says, would you rather have to end every sentence with a racial epithet? Well, that's really rude. Or have to drop two F-bombs in every sentence? I'm gonna have to go with drop two F-bombs in every sentence, because I mean, people can get offended by two F-bombs or just F-bombs in general, or cussing and cursing in general, but having a racial slur at the end of a sentence, that's just terrible. Being racist is the worst. I mean, we don't find too many racists nowadays besides people in like the KKK or anything like that, or other racial gangs that I don't know about. I don't pay attention to racial gangs. But the next would you rather says, and I'm happy to say this, have to sleep 3 hours a day, which is terrible. Have to sleep 15 hours a day. Have to sleep 3 hours a day. I'm gonna go with that by far. Like, think about if you had to sleep 3 hours a day, you could get so much more done. I mean, I'm sure you guys have heard about how scientists technically don't know why we have to sleep. I think it'd be really cool, and just in general, if we didn't have to sleep. I mean, think about all the different things we could just possibly get done. There'd be so many different things. Homework would be a lot less of a pain. Making more videos, I could make a lot more videos. I could play a lot more Call of Duty. School wouldn't take up as much time, because we spend, I believe it's like a third of our life sleeping, which that's just an insane number. That's like practically even impossible to comprehend. Like, imagine what we could do with a third more time. Like, instead of our days being 24 hours, imagine if they were like 32 hours. Like, we could get so much more done. Just an insane amount more done. But the next would you rather question says, would you rather stop showering or stop brushing your teeth? Stop brushing your teeth by far, because stop brushing your teeth, that only affects your teeth, and stopping showering, I guess that kind of affects your whole body, and that's just disgusting. You get like rashes and stuff, and that's just terrible. And then the next would you rather says, raise a family with Samuel L. Jackson or raise a family with Vin Diesel. I'm gonna go with Vin Diesel. No, I'm gonna have to go with Samuel L. Jackson. I think Samuel L. Jackson probably has more money, so he'd probably be better off. I mean, and he's been in a ton of movies. He was basically, I think his idea, or at least what I heard, I think this was on a PKA episode or something like that, but either way, the thing that he did was he was basically trying to get in any movie or any TV show he possibly could, which I guess that's a really good idea on how you want to get known. I mean, if you're in all these different movies and everybody's seeing you, whether you're an action, a horror, or a drama, or a comedy fan, you know, whatever it is, you probably have seen him in a movie before, because I know I've seen him in actions, I've seen him in dramas, I'm sure he's been in a few comedies and all these different genres. So basically everybody knows Samuel L. Jackson. And now the next would you rather says, always talk a little bit too loudly or always talk a little bit too softly. I'm gonna go with softly. Always just a little bit softly, because I mean, think about the weird different situations if you were always talking a little bit too loudly. But Also with public speaking and things like this, I mean, always talk a little bit too softly. I mean, I can always amplify my voice. I mean, I do amplify my voice just so you guys can hear me and you guys can enjoy my beautiful vocals. But really, guys, I think I definitely have to talk a little bit too softly. And if you guys wouldn't mind liking this video, you know, that really does help me out. I put a lot of different I can't even speak. I put a lot of different things in, different little aspects into getting these gameplays, making the quality look good, making sure they're uploaded on time. I make my own thumbnails, I make my own descriptions, I manage my own Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. I manage my own YouTube. I do everything on my own. So if you guys wouldn't mind leaving a like, that really does support me. But that, you know, there's my little mid commercial for myself. And the next would you rather says fight all the original Power Rangers in their Megazord robot. That's the huge thing that they control if they're all together or whatever, right? Or fight Optimus Prime. I have to go with Optimus Prime just because there's only one Optimus Prime. Or if you fight all the original Power Rangers, then there's like 5 of them, but or not different 5 like Megazords or whatever it is. But either way, I think I'd just rather fight Optimus Prime. But the next would you rather says be a vegetarian and love a meat eater, or be a meat eater and love a vegetarian. Be a meat eater and love a vegetarian. My voice is going out. Be a meat eater and love a vegetarian by far, because you see that a lot. You don't really see any vegetarians loving meat eater. Well, actually, if a meat eater loves a vegetarian, then a vegetarian has to love a meat eater. So I guess that's kind of its own answer in itself, if that makes any sense. But for real, guys, that's like the same answer. But I'm gonna have to go with the second one and be a meat eater and be in love with a vegetarian, because usually girls are vegetarians. If you're a guy and you're a vegetarian, I'm sure you have some reason for it. But I just find being a guy and being a meat eater, I don't know why they call it meat eaters. How about just regulars? But being a guy and being a regular or a meat eater, it's just a lot easier. I really enjoy meat. Meat adds a lot of protein to your body. It's just really healthy in general, I think. But the last and the final would you rather question says sleep on a pillow with a blood stain, which is disgusting, or sleep on a really hard and uncomfortable pillow. I'm gonna go with sleep on a really hard and uncomfortable pillow. And wow, this is the first ever would you rather question where I've seen it both 50-50. So both sides would say with a blood stain and both sides would say like with sleep on a really hard and uncomfortable pillow. But I can sleep on really hard surfaces. Honestly, if you told me to sleep on concrete, I could, like, no doubt. I'm like 100% positive I could sleep on hard and uncomfortable pillow like concrete and stuff like that. So I'm gonna have to go with that. And bloodstain, ew, that's just disgusting. I'll probably get herpes or something like that. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I can't speak today, but hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to drop shot that like button down below. Follow me on all my Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all links down in the description below. It's been Quantum FT. Subscribe if you haven't already. I upload every day. It's been Quantum FT, like I said before, and I'll see you next time.